So first of all, I need to save this. Before I even start rendering, I need to make sure I have this recipe of where the keyframes are and everything. So I'm going to exit, and here it is. This is a different save button than the main screen, and this saves the M3A, A being for animation. So I'm going to save this one, and I've got this Mandelbulb here. Let me see if I can go to 2425. Because I have a folder here for 3D Club output. So I made a folder for Desert Cliff, and I'm going to make a new one here for this one. So this is Test Bulb. And inside this folder is where I'm going to save this Mandelbulb 3A. And I'll call this Test Bulb.
The faculty advisory meeting is about to start. Please go to the library. Faculty advisory meeting is about to start. Please go ahead and head to the library. Thank you.
Okay, so this one, this Mandelbulb 3A, I'm going to call it Test Bulb. A date at the beginning would be very appropriate. 24/10/31 Test Bulb. Now that that's been saved, I could open it up on a different computer and set it to rendering and not tie up my computer. Or for you guys, you could give me that recipe and I'll set it rendering overnight. And then we can get the images out of there and then we can turn it into an actual video. So the other part to this, let me go ahead and close the navigator, is to decide where the images are going to go. So I don't want these images here, so I'm going to change the output folder and go to my 2425. 3D Club output for Test Bulb, and I'm going to make a folder. You don't want the recipe or Premiere Project stuff to be mixed in with the actual images. So this is going to be Test Bulb by itself. So here's the recipe, Mandelbulb animation. This is where those are going to go. So I have clicked open. Now I've got a location for them, and I've got JPEGs. Things are set to quadratic Bezier. That means it's kind of a curvy way of going from one keyframe to the next. Linear will be very choppy, where it'll go one and then the next one and then the next one, instead of that smooth from one to the next that you're seeing so far. Right now you can see here that my animation size is not 1920 by 1080. So it would output images that are not 1920 by 1080. So change that to 1920 by 1080. That way the animation is set. Anti-aliasing will render something bigger and then kind of resize it down so it looks sharper. I would just keep that at whatever it's set to. Loop animation. We don't want to overwrite the existing images, because then if you start it again the next day, it could just overwrite the ones that were already made. So uncheck that as well. So once again, you've got JPEGs. Don't overwrite them. Loop the animation and make sure you know where it's going to go so you can find those images again. Save that M3A. I saved it once. I'm going to save it again, because it's very important that these changes I made be carried forward. So if you do go in and tweak things, don't forget to save it and give the new version here. So this is the Test Bulb. There's that one. I'm going to put a little B in front or after the date, so I know that's the newer one because it was the same day. Otherwise a new date would be enough. I'm going to start rendering these animation images, and you can see it going through one by one. And the reason this is extra big, it's because of that anti-aliasing. That's what I was talking about, where it will double the size and then scale it back down. And that makes everything sharper and clearer, but then it makes the rendering take a lot longer too. So if it's a simple Mandelbulb that renders quickly, when you say calculate 3D, you're not sitting there for a long time, then anti-aliasing is a nice thing to do, but it's not required. So you can see how long those are taking. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it. So if I go here to the rendering, you can pause it, and it'll pause on the next one. So that's going to stop it one day and then have it continue the next. See how these shadows are taking an extra long time? I don't think I want the anti-aliasing. So I am going to reduce that as soon as it lets me. Has to finish that one render, and then I can say start over again. Let's see, stop. Go back to animation, try this again. I'm going to reduce the anti-aliasing and see that overwrite existing images. That means I need to go and clear them out myself. So I'm going to go to 2025. No, that's recruiting 2025. Here we go. 3D Club output. And you can see it had made 2 images already, and they are extra large. Sure. Okay.